Passion, by definition, is a strong and barely controllable emotion. Passion is when we have a strong connection, an intense feeling to something we love doing. In literal terms, it can be defined as something that must be done, no matter what. Passion defines who we are as an individual. Thus, we should all live passionate lives. However, there's a fine line between work and passion. But for some, that line is often blurred. Muhammad Khairi Suhairi is a 25-year-old barber, owner of the A Street Barbershop. This barbershop receives a good amount of customers, from famous local footballers to music artists. This place gives a good vibe all around. Although barbering had only recently become a trend among youths, Khairi's journey began much earlier. The A Street Barbershop wasn't what Khairi had initially planned for. Life brought him to various paths before leading him to where he is now.
It's not easy actually. Time management is very important, and less sleep. I got less sleep. So it's school in the morning and then work in the afternoon until night. So it goes on for years.
Barbering was a hobby Khairi never thought would someday turn into a full-time career. At the age of 15, out of necessity, he struggled to balance his schoolwork and his many part-time jobs. Yet, he still found time to pursue his hobby, barbering.
It was tiring because it's been going on since secondary school. I just wanted to experience from all the jobs I got into because it's the experience that money cannot buy. I don't come from a very well-off family, so I had to work myself for my own allowance.
An avid sports person, Khairi went on to pursue fitness training at the Institute of Technical Education, or ITE in short. Sadly, this was where he stopped barbering, as he had no choice but to focus on his education and part-time work. Barbering had always just been a hobby, so it had to give way to other more pertinent responsibilities. Life took on another turn after ITE. Financial pressures and his uncertainty about working in the sports industry led him to look for a more stable job. So Khairi ended up working for SMRT after finishing his national service. This is where he renewed his passion for barbering.
I did a haircut for a friend, and then I posted it online, and then this shop somewhere in Singapore, they saw my work, so they got me in, for a tryout. So I gave it a try, and it worked out. And I stayed there for nearly, I think it was 2 years, or nearly 2 years. It's something that I love to do. So but my skills that day was a bit rusty. So I actually had this period of time where I give bad haircuts. So I actually had to polish my skills. Quite a long time actually.
After all the detours and experiences Khairi went through, he finally found himself a place where he can feel comfortable in.
I just felt that I was ready, to run my own show. So I just want to venture out on my own. It's a risk I take because if you don't jump, you don't know. So you have to just jump. If you fail, then you fail. So every morning I wake up with must have a positive mindset. So that keeps me going on.
It was crucial that Khairi had always been surrounded by endless family support and love. To this day, they often still come to his shop to spend more time with him when he is less busy.
The things I had to sacrifice while getting back into barbering is time. My time with family, friends. It's mostly time. I sacrifice a lot of time. That I don't get to spend like birthdays and all that, like holidays with them. Throughout my whole life journey, my family has been very supportive. They have been really open to whatever I want to do. So it's actually up to me. They give me the freedom to to choose whatever I want. So they're just there to support. They don't really stop me from doing whatever I want to do. But they do advise.
Through his positive mindset in exploring his different opportunities, Muhammad Khairi had finally found his true calling. Throughout this journey, many find themselves struggling and wondering why they even started in the first place. But the beginning part of the journey is most crucial for those who are starting their own ventures. Sometimes, passion alone is not enough. Frank, a 39-year-old dad, owns a shop just down the street of Haji Lane. L. Frank, Twice the Love, is a pastry shop created with his daughter as an inspiration. In fact, the name Twice the Love is derived from both their love for baking. This store is known for its healthy ingredients. One of its unique selling points is the use of oatmeal. He substitutes flour with oatmeal, which is good for those who have dairy intolerance.
In the process of doing this, because everyone are using flour, of course, to substitute flour using oatmeal, you need to adjust a lot of the other ingredients, the percentage of the ingredients. It takes about roughly a year, trying and error with a lot of unsuccessful recipe as well. But we try to adjust it to the perfect level. After every failures of recipes, I was thinking, look, what went wrong on it? So persist on it. Every new recipes that we change, record down what is the difference between the old recipe. As and when we have come up with a perfect ingredients that come out to be a tasty, healthy, and crunchy cookies.
Frank had always been exposed to cooking ever since he was a boy. He enjoyed spending time with his mother and grandmother, who taught him the skills needed to cook. He eventually found himself in the Singapore Hotel and Tourism Education Centre, or SHATEC, pursuing culinary studies full-time. After he graduated in 1994, Frank found himself in a situation where he had to give up his culinary dreams and take on his family business in jewellery manufacturing. Frank's family had been involved in jewellery manufacturing for over 30 years, so it has always been a big part of his life.
Obviously, doing business in Singapore is not easy. We have to face manpower issues, have to face cost issues, and we are doing a jewelry business is a high cost and high risk business. Obviously, it's the manpower. You need someone who are trusted. That is the main challenging to our business. We write out our business. If you feel that that is a failure, you will never move on. So I feel that failure, for me, is a challenging. We learn from it and move on to next stage.
After Frank's family business got wound up, he decided that it was time to pursue his culinary dream once again. Wanting to explore baking, he enrolled at the Baking Industry Training College, or BITC. This was a big step for him, to learn a new skill and to return to something he truly loved. Something he proudly claims as his passion.
First started off, I do bake at home, cakes, but my daughter are very interested in baking when she was, at that time, is about 7 or 8 years old. We tend to bake a lot at home, so she likes to bake, so the easiest is cookies. So I teach her how to bake cookies, and a lot of excess cookies that we bake at home, we tend to give to her schoolmate, my customers, and then slowly everyone feedback about my cookies, they like it. So we perceive baking. After my family business, obviously, is a good chance for me to go into my passions in F&B, and the plan is that we decided to open up a cookie store. So now it's the matter of how to pursue this business into a further level, the next level.
After all these years, Frank finally got an opportunity to pursue his dreams of opening his culinary business. L. Frank, twice the love. Through all that Kyrie and Frank had been through, they finally found themselves living their passion and doing the things they've always wanted to do. Most people are afraid to pursue the things they want for fear of the unknown. But Kyrie and Frank showed us that life offers us many different opportunities. And sometimes, it's all up to us to take that first step, to make our passions a reality. Passion is a journey. It often requires hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. This makes people realize that they are truly doing this for the love of it, and that the journey there makes it all worthwhile. By definition, you could be the only person who stands in the way.